The very beginning. So, I was her friend on Facebook, or she was my girlfriend's. Maybe she was my girlfriend's friend. I can't remember if we were friends or if she was my girlfriend's friend. Pretty sure that I was her friend, and that when I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. Okay, let me just start from the very beginning. Very beginning. Back when I became her friend on Facebook, is my guess, was when she first me. But that's not really true. She probably, when she was a little girl, she probably would have saw my MySpace. She probably would have saw my MySpace and was like, whoa, who's that? That's very possible. That's really magical if that's true. I hope that's true. Anybody living in the Portland, if they checked out MySpace and did a search, they probably, how could that, I would have caught their attention. They would have been like, whoa, what's that? Because it wasn't like common. And I used to look really good. I guess I still do. But anyways, so when I back when I friended her or whatever, back when I would have friended her, that was back when there was absolutely nobody with a problem with me on Facebook. Nobody had ever unfriended me or anything. They didn't unfriend me until I got together with my girlfriend, Kathleen. But this was before Palm B created her first Twitch account, and she started streaming, probably inspired because of watching me. Probably inspired her to start doing it herself, because she did it right after I did. And so she would have been seeing my things because I was posting them on her friends' things too. Check this out, whatever, because I was like the only one doing that. And in Portland, there wasn't many people doing that. Anyways, so when so she started her, when she very first started her Twitch, when she first created her Twitch account, maybe she was just watching me there, and then she didn't actually start streaming until later. That's my guess. But anyways, I wasn't very good at it. We were actually really horrible. We didn't care. People were stream sniping us, and that's what I got it for. But anyways, when I got together with my girlfriend, Kathleen, she needed somebody to, she was gonna get kicked out of her place, and she needed rent money. And I needed to find a place, a new place to live, and I was like, hey, I'll just pay for your rent, and we'll stream together, and I'll just pay you to stream, right? And so she was finding out that both of us weren't working. All we did was play Darkfall. I was paying for all of the bills and everything. And I went to, I took her on a vacation and stuff to the Bay Area and stuff. And so like everything I was paying for. So I asked her not to get a job and just to stream with me, right? Our stream was horrible though. Our stream was horrible. But it would have appeared, it definitely would have appeared that we were making, that, I don't know, it would have appeared that people make more money than they actually do on there, probably. Because she would have been like, wow, what the hell? Because she probably would have known that we weren't working. She would have known that we weren't working, and that that was all we did, right? to save the Greek economy or whatever. She created her Twitch account on August 9th, which is really special because that's a part of the 16 scented celebration. That's when you wake up other people. Get it? That's when you wake up other people. So it starts on August 6th. August 6th. And August 6th is for waking up yourself and finding, the most embarrassing definition of your name. And so August 9th, when she created her account, is for finding the best definitions of other people's names. So, anyways, so, let's see, who was I in Palm Beach size? Who was I? So, before I got together with Kathleen, we kissed passionately. She was the most magical person. We just couldn't handle ourselves. We just seriously kissed passionately. It was absolutely wonderful. And I wish that I did it with her instead of this other girl. And somehow she knew this. And while she was watching us, when she became Palm Bee, I'm thinking it's for me. I'm thinking it's for me. Because when she created it, I was with the wrong girl. And she was coming to me in my sleep. She was coming to my sleep. When I first moved into this with this girl, that was the very first time that I lost a bunch of friends. I lost like 30 friends on my Facebook, very first time. And the reason they said was because she lies about her ex-boyfriends. And so there was this other boyfriend before me that she was lying about. And anyways, I was having a romantic dream of Palm Bee, like twice a night. I was telling my girlfriend about it. But I didn't know that it was Palm Bee. I was just saying, I'm having a dream and this other woman's coming to me. But she would come to me in different shapes. So I didn't know it was the same girl, same woman, same person, because she was coming to me from different time periods. And so when I shared on my Facebook that there were different women coming to me, and I prayed to red robes to get them off, she would have read that. The reason I know this is because she was praying to the red robes when she was with the thing that she shared on Instagram. And so while I was with Kathleen, I when I was with Kathleen, I think that Palm Bee was watching us, and I could feel it. I know I could feel it because I think she's the reason we broke up. Because there was this girl that I actually didn't know was the same girl as her because she looked very different. And this might have been her plan. I could be wrong here, but this might have been her plan to break us up. Because just like the first time we met, she came up and just was kissing me and stuff like that. And she was just like, you're coming home with me. Or you're coming with me. Or can I get a ride? She asked for a ride. She didn't have a car. Both of the times I met her, she didn't have a car. And so the second time, and this was the time, this means I actually have her number somewhere. And then she gave me, so I got her number a second time, and in LA, but when I called that, she answered, and then I was around people though, so I had to go outside, and then she hung up the phone. But anyways, let's go back. So go back. While I was with Kathleen, I was with the wrong woman. I was dreaming about this other girl. The girl I was with was not in love with me. She wasn't. She just wanted me to pay her way, I think. And we were kind of just using each other. Maybe we weren't really in love with each other. I really wanted to be. I really tried. I prayed to the red robes to get the other girl off, and I could still feel her. I could still feel her. And when I went to let's see, the second time I drove her home, she was naked, and I think this might have been the plan to break us up, because she was really pushing me into sex, and because she needed something to be able to tell my girlfriend this happened, so I would break up with her. But the thing was, I asked my girlfriend what I asked her what her favorite sex scene in a movie was, and she said, it's when Keanu Reeves, when the vampire women come to his bed. So I was like, huh, does that mean that she wants another girl? And so I asked her. I was like, because she told me that she was into girls. And so I was like, do you want another girl in our bed? And she didn't answer. And so I was like, okay, kind of confused about that. And I was telling her I was worried that she wanted another girl. And then I came across Palm Beach that second time. And when I drove her home, oh my God, I wish I had just hooked up with her then. I really wanted to have sex with her and everything. She was absolutely beautiful. I did not recognize her though. She didn't look like the same person. She was a little bit bigger. So when she started streaming, she must have been working out, because she looked a lot more, I think that she just, I want to say beautiful, when she took me home, because she needed it to work maybe. So she did her makeup like extra and maybe wore a wig or something, because there was like a lot of effort put into her looks or whatever, probably because it needed to work, right? So that I would do something with her and there would be that ammo for breaking us up. Anyways, so, ow. I wish I hooked up with that girl so much now. That was so sad because I didn't know all this stuff happened. Anyways, and so I want to check my teeth. See, make sure there's nothing in it, or anything in my teeth. Sorry. My teeth are bad. Anyways, so what was I gonna say? Oh, so I went home with her, and I don't think it was her place though. I'm not sure that it was her place, but there was like, it was really clean though. It was really clean, so I was comfortable. And but I told her I couldn't do anything until I got my girlfriend's permission, and she was like, grabbing me, like, don't tell me that, just have me now, just like, come on, why would you call it, why no? And I was like, I need my girlfriend's permission. And I was like, so I'm here with this other girl. Remember when we had that talk? And I was wondering if you want another girl. So do you want this other girl? And then she was like, where the hell are you? I need my keys. Let's get into my apartment. And then I forgot that I had them. So I had to leave her. and go bring the keys back to my girlfriend. And so, but we didn't have sex, okay? There was no oral. We didn't have sex. I guess I did stick my fingers. I did touch her, but maybe that would have been testing my other girlfriend. And so I have a theory that she wanted me to break up with that girl so that I would be, you know, paying for her and we'd be streaming together in some cool place, right? Because she wanted to do it. While watching my girlfriend, you could tell she wasn't into it. She didn't even care. She didn't like it. I was with the wrong girl. Anyways, so this girl, that is so hot. That is so attractive. No wonder I waited for this girl. And she knows I'm loyal. She knows that I wouldn't have sex with her. I actually called my girlfriend and was like not willing to do it, not willing to do anything. I wouldn't even let myself be aroused, really, because I'm loyal. And so I called up my girlfriend. She was mad. And then when I was with her, I told her everything that happened. She didn't really get mad. We just had a talk. And she said, I don't want that other girl. Let's just be mono, just you and me, and that's okay. So I told her everything that happened. I told her we didn't have sex, we didn't have oral, but I did kiss her and I did touch her a little bit, right? Wow, I can actually remember that night really well now. She didn't even look like Amber or Palmby though. Honestly, she didn't. She looked like somebody else, but now that she's gained a little bit of weight, it looked like her. It definitely looks exactly like her. And I was so attracted to her. I wanted her so much more. I really did. I can't say that though, because I wasn't willing. I wasn't accepting myself. I wasn't capable of putting my focus on anybody else. I was praying and trying to put my focus only on my partner. So this thing that we've got, it was supposed to get started a long time ago. Kathleen kind of messed up everything. And yes, it does come from Kathleen. The 16th Scented Celebration thing. I'm just introducing it, and it's coming from the whatever girls, the clueless girls. and it was to wake people up for pre-death funerals. And the idea was to have conflicting tribes make peace and enter at water at funerals and make everybody will be nicer if we could convince people to do this. But I mean, it's been a bit more difficult than I thought because of the people wanting me too much and the people wanting Palmby too much. Because they haven't been wanting me to succeed. They haven't been wanting us to meet. They've been trying to use Facebook. Okay, so check this out. So, my girlfriend probably started to cheat on me after I went home with Palmby that night. Because I don't think she believed me. I think that she assumed that we had sex that night. And that I was lying. But I actually wasn't. And Palmby knew this. And I think that's why she wanted to marry me. And so, she's been following me for a long time. I didn't actually know this, though. I didn't actually know this. Um, I discovered her online for the first time um, in 2022 or something like that. 2022. I don't know. I put it in my blog when it happened. It was like almost 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when I first discovered her. And at that point, I was looking for, as the green man, I was looking for, not really that though. Well, the Greenwood building to appear. I wanted her to contact me and let me know where I'm supposed to get a place to live. Right? And anyways, I would have got a place a long time ago. I would have got a place. If she asked me to get a place in LA, I would have got a place there. If she asked me, I would have done nothing else. If I didn't have money, I would have worked my butt off. I would have did overtime. I would have done it. It would have been done. But anyways, so when I broke up with Kathleen, when I told her I wasn't going to sleep with her again, she got really upset. And she did everything that she could to cut off this other girl, to cut off Palm Beach, to cut off Amber. She did everything that she could. And so, she messaged everybody. She made up lies. She opened a fake restraining order claiming that I grabbed her by the wrist in a health food store around people so that I wouldn't know that she was probably making up stuff that was a lot worse. She actually did this with her boyfriend before me too. And everything that she told me while I was with her, and I was actually trying to help her fix, I was actually trying to help her fix everything, but wasn't able to. But anyways, so I was, this girl really wanted to cut her off. And so when I was living in Minnesota, I shared that I had a romantic dream of a girl with a tattoo on her arm. And then with the alt account, Palm B was watching me. And she was calling herself married. And I didn't know it was her. I was too scared to follow this girl, to message this girl, but I had a romantic dream that night of her. And that was of the black robes. That was of the black robes. So I've been able to figure this out. But anyways, I mean, I was gonna get this celebration thing started in Minnesota. I was probably shouldn't have done what I did. Probably shouldn't have done what I did. But I mean, I was gonna get it started in Minnesota. But we didn't do it. And so that was the first time she did that. So I guess in a way she proposed to me 3 times now, kinda. I definitely want to. And that sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's because I felt her. It's because I felt her, and I've been dreaming about her, I believe, since I was a child. For real. For real. I felt her. And she was watching me with my other girlfriend. I somehow knew. It's the most romantic thing, and it's the perfect name, because I felt it. I felt it. And so, so I had no idea that girl was her. But it looked, yes, it was her. It was her. It's obvious now. It showed the pictures and stuff of her. This very beautiful Italian girl. And she was calling herself married. And I understand, because I was describing I was saying that I was looking for a girl with a tattoo on her arm. And that and when I was doing this, I didn't share that I had this romantic dream with that Italian girl because it said that she was married. So I was freaked out. I was freaked out. I was like, what if she's married to somebody else? Of course I thought that. I assumed that. I didn't get it. Because she looks different every time I see her. She looks like a different girl. She'll dress in different costumes. She seriously will look like a different girl. And so at this point, I didn't know that these 3 different girls were the same one. And I was massively in love with them all. I was having dreams of her. When we saw each other, she just, come to me and kiss me, like, massively. Not just a little bit, a lot. I really, really want her more than anything. I believe it now. I do believe we're married in the future. Everything that's happened is so romantic. It's the most beautiful story. And now it makes more sense of how it happened and how it was possible. How it happened and how it was possible. So the second time she proposed or whatever was a schizophrenic attack. But wow, is that scary to call it that? Because they would try to put somebody on medication or something, which is totally messed up. Not a good thing to do. But I've actually been able to prove that it was real. Not with just the lie detector test, but also with putting her language backwards and other ways. I guess there are other really weird ways to prove that things happened. That's really interesting. Like, what the hell? But it's love, though. I'm not sure if it would work with anything else, because it's like people are interested in love and they want, it's like the most interesting story. It's the most interesting story because they all want to find their spouse in the past, But that's pretty crazy that I've been able to flip our language backwards and it would actually say what was going on. It would sound like that. But it might be because of the massively huge audience in the future. That's like, wow, that's incredible. Thank you. I found my partner in the past too. Or now I know not to get married with somebody until a person's come to me in a dream first. Like with you and her. Because the other girls I've been with, I didn't have a romantic dream with them until after we broke up. Until after. And it let me know what was wrong with it. It let me know what was wrong with it. I did actually have dreams of them, though, before we met. But we weren't intimate. With Palm B, it's been, not even joking, up to 50. I don't know how many, but very possibly 50. 50 romantic dreams. It makes a lot more sense now because we've been wanting to be together for a really long time now. A really long time. I'm gonna make this really, really special for her. We definitely need help. It's, okay, both of us haven't been working like other people, like we should have, because we were expecting to get help. How would anybody with money or power ignore that? But I haven't had time to reach out and ask people. And I have been like kind of embarrassed and like wanting to make sure I got together with her and cleaned up everything and got it all ready before like asking the people that were waiting for me to ask them. Does that make sense? Um, so anyways, I massively actually do want to. Isn't that crazy? Because we actually haven't even slept with each other. We almost did. But that's how she knows. She knows I'm loyal. Because she witnessed it. And she knows with how assertive she was, and she was like pulling me on her. And I was like pushing her off. She knows I'm loyal. She knows I'll do that for her while I'm with her. I mean, I wouldn't do that with her. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have done that with I wouldn't have done that with her if Kathleen told me she didn't like girls or she wanted to be mono. She didn't tell me. But anyways, so I really try to get back together with Kathleen. It's pathetic what I went through. But oh well. Anyways, I haven't been wanting to sleep with anybody. I would have been helped a long time ago, and I haven't been wanting to get a place because I need the Greenwood building to appear. I need to know where to get it. So, anyways, so this is going to be really magical. It's really obvious that our country is going to be like, wow, you know, like we should do like, I don't know, workshops for couples or something. Because I mean, they're going to want to follow it. They're going to want to follow it because it was the best experience. I don't think it would have been as good on her end, maybe. But I'm not sure. It depends on how many people she was with. Because I was saving myself for her. And so she would have noticed me less in her past. I also don't know how much she remembered her dreams. So maybe it was more romantic on my end, but what she did was seriously, wow. It was incredible. I'm absolutely in love with her. And so the third time, I guess you could call it a third time proposal, when she was in LA and she was saying she's going back to Portland, she was wearing a wedding dress. And I was having dreams of our children. And one of the boys was packing his things and leaving when we had a baby. We had a baby, and we had a boy packing up his things and leaving. And he was packing a white car that had a unique bottom because he know, and this car has popped up whenever there's like a hot girl around. It'll be like in the background or something so that I don't check her out. It's so funny. But anyways, because it's our son, and he wants me to put my focus on my wife or his mom, even if no matter how she changes or whatever, I won't leave. I won't give up on her. I'll just encourage her. Because I mean, the first time I saw her, it's such a trip. Every time I saw her, she looked like a different person. And maybe this is before she was streaming, but she looked like how she looks now, kind of. Maybe not though. But she must have lost weight, and then But I mean, I wouldn't care. I would encourage her. I know. I would wait. I'm not. She knows I'm loyal. She knows. It's different with me. So So, yeah. So, I went through all this stuff. You can see our story on tweeting20s.com. If you go to Volumes of the Ring on my blog, it's volumesofthering.blogspot.com. Neither of us we both need help because she was expecting me to be discovered a long time ago. I was too, both of us were. So what the hell is going on? How could this be possible? It just feels like people watching us got too excited and just all they think about is just, let's just test their network or whatever. It's like, what? Or I don't know. Hopefully that's not it. Hopefully it's just, and so it's just like, okay, we're just gonna do nothing until somebody goes, okay, we'll help you. Okay, but you're not gonna control anything. You know, I'm making a song for somebody and nobody has to know about how I wake up this person and give them this person the most beautiful experience or whatever. It's personal, it's theirs. It's not for anybody else. You know, it's like pre-death funeral stuff. That is very personal, spiritual, whatever. It's not something, you know, we're not going to do this for a religion or for somebody else. Of course. I mean, it was artists that woke me up to some of this magic, right? Artists and authors and stuff. Authors too. I'm an author too. And I wrote about her way before we met. And so I've been able to do the same thing as other ones. Like being able to find the person. I'll be able to let them know I dreamt of them or whatever. It's really cool. Because I did. I have. Nothing that she has to worry about. Nothing like romantic dreams with other people, but that's really cool. That's a really magical experience. But anyways, so I'm really excited to meet this girl. I'm going to stream every day right now. I'm going to stream every day, and I'm going to work on doing the letter Q stuff. I'm going to work on tons of stuff, but I'm going to stream at noon, at 2, and 6. And I'm going to do a stream here on this YouTube channel at 8. And I'm going to be building up my network. I'm going to be doing nothing else but building up my network. And I'm going to finally get it started now. And I'm going to do it in the most I don't know, we're gonna do it in the most safe and slow way. I mean, I need to get money to hire people and stuff like that to feel like that's more special. And if anybody is interested, I mean, where somebody's like feeling jealous or something, they're like, damn, I wish I was you. I wish I made something like that. Or I wish, you were dead so I could do what you're doing. If you're feeling like that, just contact me. And, it's really not, you could do your own thing. It's really not a big deal. So, if there's something you think I should do differently, let me know. If there's whatever, but I mean, I'm an American. I'm used to obeying people. They haven't ever told me to do anything unless I had to, because I was in danger or something. But I mean, I really wanted a lot more support and a lot more people feeling safe to just let people know everywhere right now different things, so that people, because they're going to die tomorrow, they're going to die tonight, and they could have met their partner in the past. They could have had a pre-death funeral, perhaps. So, I mean, I really want to. Do this, but people have been. They've been scared that people aren't going to want to come to their funeral. I've been very surprised how people have reacted and responded. They've been just like I need to get things going first, and I need to come up with more stuff. And when they can see it working with other people, they'll start to feel more comfortable, and they'll be more willing to reach out. But I haven't reached out to people yet, so I'm going to start doing this now. And so I'm not sure what else Palmby would know about me. I've been totally freaked out that she's been blocked and that she hasn't been able to see me, because on my end I was experiencing that. That's really, really messed up. Trust me, you are not doing this girl a favor if you think that it's okay to sever our connection or communication. We've been trying to be together for a long time. So she created her account. I mean, it's really special how everything happened. In a way, I named myself Spoon so that I could spoon her. And I knew she was coming. So it is extremely romantic, beautiful, special. I'm excited to get together and make like a really cool musical documentary thing.